Do you trade off of that 95 even off here now, guys? 85.95 right now. 85 to the 90.
All right, we're going to do a weekly review here. This is a gold chart, plain Jane gold chart here, and this is just actually rough. So we have gold at an all-time high. This is a weekly here. Let me put up a daily, okay, to give you an idea here. We're doing these with these seven-day runs, okay. And here we got we're at 2250, okay. 2350 all-time highs. Now this is my gold chart here. Okay, here's a trend line off some highs, that pink one there. And this is an olive sell over here, okay? On the way up last year. This is January of 23, so this is over a year ago. Okay, and it took a while for this to get going here, okay? Central banks are buying gold by the ton. Okay, anyway, here's where we were, and we just got over this this trend line right here. I said it was going to become, that it was going to be huge, okay, and now all of a sudden here it is on a weekly here, and then we're just taking off. Here's another trend line right here, same kind of deal, okay, and here we go. Here's a couple targets up here. I'm not going to talk about them, but those are just a couple targets. I had said if they go up, they're fast, and they're kind of doing that. We're going to take a look at another commodity. Okay, this is crude oil. Okay, let's go a little longer term here. This is a weekly chart. Okay, this is Bidenomics. The break is where Biden emptied the strategic oil reserve. Okay, and now here we are. Now we're starting to break out into a new high ground here. Here, I'll just go through and look at a couple here. This is the soybean market, okay? This is a long-term chart here. This is 21, 22. This is back in the old history. Okay, anyway, we're right over here. Okay, we came down to this green. These would be numbers on the way down here. Okay, on the way down, you'd be looking over here. You say, oh, well, what's that here? Okay, it would look something like this. Okay, it's a different time duration. This is these are CQG charts. If you want to trade yourself, get a hold of me and I can set you up or teach you how and what you need. Okay, save you a couple thousand to 10 grand a year in what you need. Okay, what you need depends on how you trade it. Okay, you don't need all bells and whistles, but in general. Okay, this is soybeans here. We got the diamond selling. Anyway, this is we're getting ready to go into not summer here, but we're getting ready to hit the planting fields here. Okay, this is wheat. Okay, same kind of thing. As a matter of fact, what's interesting about wheat is back here. This is when Biden was talking about nuclear war. Okay, I say you mute the news. Okay, and now here it looks like we are a lot closer to a nuclear war. Okay. Which is another reason why you mute the news, okay? Was Biden talking like this, okay? Because there's not inside futures and inside trading in futures to sell some wheat for Ukraine, and did it backfire? Here's soybean meal, okay? We had this condition here. Here you see the diamonds. These dotted lines are long-term support lines, okay? You have lines like this. Okay, this is an old, these are old lines here, but this is how it played out. You broke through it, and then you come back here to these green X's here, and then you just collapse. You start printing 7, 8, 9, and then all of a sudden the diamonds. This is corn. Okay, this is a clean chart here. I just had clicked this up here and put a clean chart, and we'll look at what I have on here. Okay, so we got up to $8.20, okay, in 2022. Here you can see this is 2021. You get this break, you come up here. We've never been up 3 years in a row, okay, and then this is 23. They just hit it. And then this is 2024. Now we're coming into an election. A lot of chaos. It's not politics to be asking about monetary policy, of which Janet Yellen was on a boat over the weekend with Xi, the Chinese CCP dictator Xi. that that Biden nudges up to. Okay, this is what's going on right now. Okay, so it's not politics, and if you can't talk politics, why not? Okay, that might be because people are brainwashed. Anyway, so here's corn here. Okay, so these are some numbers on the downside. See this olive line? It goes green, orange, thin olive line. In the March contract, okay, this happened right here in March, the end of February, okay, the end of February. And this is where we are. We just came back down. We're, kind of struggling to hold this. There's a lot of corn out there. Unless the USDA overstated the corn. Why would they do that? Well, where did Yellen go this weekend? Okay, so here we're looking at meats here. Okay, I've done several videos on meats here. And this is the cattle. Okay, cattle was record high prices, right? You know that. Okay, this was last year, September. Okay, we had a rallied all year. You have these diamonds, this climactic, and then you get a little bit of a pullback here, and you come up here into September. The year's almost over, and then what do we get? Okay, we get a kerplop. Anyway, we just got back up here. Here's the way the cell numbers here: green, orange, thin olive, thick olive. Okay. So we had some interest in for hedgers, for ranchers, okay, that are growing the cattle, okay, and then as they're getting fat, you'd sell these short, okay, as a hedge because you're long the cash. Anyway, this is today here. That is a daily here. Let's go to some sort of intraday here. I'm just going to pick it out. Okay, so these are some trend lines here. You see this blue one going down. Okay, so it was an old breakout trend line here. I don't know if we're going to be able to see that. Yeah, see, so the trend line was here. We don't know if that's the breakout. And if it is here, you at least get one touch here. And then you rallied up here, beginning of the year. Okay, and this is where we are now. Now we're starting to fail at these trend lines, okay? You hold them for a little bit. They're kind of sloppy. This one, the blue one right here catches. You get a dead cat bounce. Here you come down. You just came down here Friday, and now you're coming up. And what used to be a buy pivot for traders now is a sell pivot, or can be. Okay, and then you got these other two long-term trend lines going up right here, and you got a green line. So you got three lines right in here. This is where we are. If you use custom time frames, you might take a shot at the previous bar's low. Okay, possible. Let's go. We're just talking charts here. Okay, we're just talking charts. Here's a light green over here. These are feeder cattle. Okay, so these are the baby ones. These are the ones that are getting raised. And these are quite volatile. Okay, here you see the same thing, green. This was kind of sloppy here. There's no olive. We did not have any olive cells here. Actually, we might have in one of the other months. But you could see here, you get green is the high, this big green here. You got a light green and a green over there. Okay, so that's two of them. This means it's longer term. Okay, and this means it's shorter from last year. Okay, so you get over here, you get into this area, you come down here, you get up here. Funds are buying, now they're long about 50,000. Okay, and then here you got like a head and shoulders top. Okay, you see a little blue trend line here. You got you got two of those things over here. This one's slightly higher than this one. Those purple ones here, we'll blow it up. Okay, you can see this one, and then it changes down here. Okay, so they tried this market. They tried to hold this price up here, and now it's just Anyway, so here we come down here into the sequence here. So now like this green over here played over here, either that or the other green. So you got two numbers, so you give it a little bit more weight here on the downside here. Came up a little short yesterday, Friday. Okay, now here we are today, 246.99. Wow, we just went down there and made a new low. It was exact there a second ago here. Hang on a second here. Let's go look at a 3-minute. Yes, we did. Okay, so here's what this is a 3-minute chart, okay? This is a small, thin contract, but a lot of people, a lot of ranchers grow feeders. I mean, that's what you do. Let's just go finish off on one other commodity here. This has had a pretty decent range here from 99 to 108. All right, that's 10% right here just in a week. These are hogs. Okay, these are hogs. Now, let me show you why you have to have a stop, okay? Here, these are shorter term here, these olive lines. And actually, there's an orange stuck somewhere in here. We can't see it. It's probably on that green one where it goes. I don't know where it is, okay? I don't know where it is. So you go thin olive and then a thick olive, okay? So you come up here, you break, okay? And now all of a sudden you have to become a trader here. And now all of a sudden we're over here. And you can see here now, because if you get over an olive cell, now listen, we got a big green up here. Okay, these would be some more cells. And there's different, because hogs were just at record highs a year or two ago. Okay, so we're going to have cell numbers this time up here, okay? When you go into all-time highs like gold, there's no sell levels, okay, in my technical analysis. You just can't sell it. You just can't sell it. You could sell it with a buy stop, which limits your bet. But anyway, so this is why you see this big volume buys here. We had some actually in the 100s Friday. We had a monster. This is probably the guy that bought this. By Friday over here, he bought, what was it, 7,000 puts over here in the 100s, the strike price. Anyway, speaking of all-time highs, okay, these are the S&P E-mini futures here. Okay, let me just, let's show this. This is over, okay. But here you had this line over here, this teal line, okay. It's candlestick trend line. And then you had a, here, let's put up something I don't use, which is a 60-minute. Why would you use a 60-minute? Anyway, we came up into this over here, okay? So we came up there. This was that line. Okay, now listen, the line changes when we put up an intraday, right? Because it's going to be changed. If you have a high-priced software, you know, which you do. You should, I think. Or hire me. Anyway, so we had this break, okay? And it was just a one-time wonder, you know, just one-time wonder. Now here we are, we're coming back up to this green over here. These are really tiny, okay? So if I can help you, email me, ARP at, you guessed it. Thanks and have a nice day. I strongly suggest you always use a risk stop if you're trading to stop the risk. Thanks for watching. Feel free to email me.